Alright. Now, as I've started to do, I will be syncing up this video just before we get started here. I didn't actually confirm to see if it worked in the previous live stream recording. I think it worked fine. I mean, I was watching it back, but I didn't watch as much as I normally would, but I'm sure it's fine. I think I've more or less fixed this syncing issue that I've been having. Now, it's been a while since I last streamed, actually. It's only been 2 days, but, you know, I miss you guys. It's not a matter of missing you guys, necessarily. I just enjoy the process of live streaming. It's quite enjoyable, actually. Getting things set up on my laptop, then I'll share this in the only place I really know where to share it. Well, the only place I would ever really want to share it, and even then I'm a bit... don't know if I want to do that, but anyway, doesn't matter too much. Okay, so I think we are just about ready to go. So, what was I going to say? There was something that I wanted to say in regards to the build as well, but I think... Oh yeah, that's right. We're very lucky that I'm even able to stream today, because the natural lighting outside is close to non-existent. So while I was setting up my green screen, I was definitely a little bit worried that I wasn't going to be able to achieve like the seamless no background image here. But fortunately I managed to do that. There's just enough natural lighting for me to be able to have that behind me without any noise. This is what the issue is. If it's too dark behind me, like the light from my room is not enough to make it clear to the camera that this is green, or at least clear green. Yeah, otherwise it would be like a dark muddy green. What ends up happening is that behind me you have a lot of visual noise, and it becomes a bit distracting. If you want an example of that, like a prime example of that, definitely check out the test live stream that I did. And the only reason why that was there during the test live stream is because, like, I could see that it wasn't good that particular day, but I just didn't want to wait. I wanted to give the test live stream a crank, so I just went and did that. But yeah, I'm glad that I'm able to stream today, because how it was going to work was, if it were ever such a overcast day that it was going to give me that crap behind me, I just wasn't going to stream. And fortunately today wasn't one of those days. I didn't want to stream today because I wanted to get this particular build finished. Not because I have a problem with it, but because I just think it would be nice to get it over and done with now that I'm here. But anyway, as far as what we're going to be doing in this video... Hello there, didn't know a better name? I don't think I've seen you in the stream before. Well, welcome. Either way, what we're going to be doing in this video is finishing up World 1. I was going to say World 4, but it's actually 1.4 that we want to go through. As well as that, I'm not too sure what else we can do. I'm very upset, in a way, about what's happened with our colourless demon souls. If I look at World 1, I don't think it will happen. In fact, it's a very low chance that it will happen, but maybe when we kill the boss, the final boss of 1.4, we will get to pure white in Boletarian Palace. Very low chance, as I said. We've messed up our colourless demon souls in a number of regards. First and foremost, we do not at this time have access to Executioner Meralda's area in World 1. What that means is that the free colourless demon soul that exists in there is no longer accessible to us, which is quite annoying. Second of all, we tried to take World 3 down to one step off Pure Black Tendency, and we messed up and took it to Pure Black because I'm an idiot. But point is, there was no Primeval Demon once I'd taken it down all that far. So, or all that way, I should say. Now, that's bad enough. But I made a mistake while going through World 3 and not killing Yurt, because I always kill Yurt. There are very rarely instances where I don't kill Yurt, and I made the decision for whatever reason to do it during this live stream series, or at least in this build, and I really needed to kill him this time because I needed the colourless demon souls from Mephistopheles and the quests that she gives me to actually upgrade my phosphorescent pole. So I was not able to get Mephistopheles to appear because what I believe, and I'm not 100% on this is only based on my memory, but I think Mephistopheles actually was killed by Yurt when he came to hang around in the Nexus. Now, I know that Yurt goes around killing people, So I would say, and I do have a vague memory that that Mephistopheles won't appear for the reason that Yurt has killed her, or something like that. So basically, we should not be letting Yurt to live. I don't think there's just no reason why. When we do let him live, he just sort of stands here, and yeah, he's not just doing nothing. He's actually going around killing people. So seriously, I need to learn, and I will learn. That is a mistake that I've made, and I've learned from that mistake. Do not let Yurt live. It is not a good idea. So those are 3 ways in which we've messed up our colorless demon souls. Now, if we did not mess up in those ways, we would probably at this time have a +5 phosphorescent pole. We instead have a +2 phosphorescent pole. And I'm not too impressed about that because, quite frankly, this weapon is not the best. Even if I get it to +5, I don't believe that it's going to perform too terribly well in New Game Plus. And this is the worst part, it's not until later on in New Game Plus that I'm going to be able to get this thing to +5. So under what circumstances am I going to be able to comfortably use this weapon? Because of course, if I have the thing, I want to be able to use it, show it off, give you some varied gameplay to watch. But if the thing's shit, by the time I'm able to use it at +5, then it's probably just not going to be used at all. So what will probably end up happening is that I will do another magic build sometime later on, which is, you know, going to happen, obviously, for the simple reason that I'm going to be playing this game so much. So yeah, I'll be doubling down on builds from time to time as the time goes by. And I always look at things in a very distant context, you know, like, what's it going to be like in 3 years' time? And I will be doing this in 3 years' time for sure, because I absolutely love Demon Souls, and no matter how many times I play it over and over and over again, the game does not become boring for me. It started to weigh on me a little bit while I was, actually let me just see if I need to prepare at all before I continue on, then I'll continue what I was talking about, because I want to go through one fort while I'm discussing this with you. I want to actually get something done. Oh yes, Ring of Magical Sharpness, that's something that I need to get. Maybe I'll do that before I actually continue here. Alright, let's go do that. I believe I know where it is. I think it was just my stupidity that resulted in it being left where it was. But did the stream stop? No, I don't believe so. It's still going for me at the moment. If you're having problems, just reload the stream maybe, I don't know. But for me, I'm getting a playback on that right now, and it says I have 3 viewers, and OBS is saying that it's currently streaming, so any issues that you're having are probably your issues. In case you can't hear what I'm saying, I will say, nope, still going. So, definitely, I don't want any issues to be popping up, but definitely there are situations where other people are having the issues rather than me, and that's good. That's what we want, because not that we want anyone to have issues, but at the same time, if I'm having issues, then everyone's going to be having issues. That's the point. So what I need to do is find where those Iron Maidens are, the ones that we can open, and one of them has like an evil guy in it. I just need to find that place, and then I'll be able to... actually, we'll use the Uji Katana, why not? Because this is our weaker weapon, so whenever I can get away with using it, I will try to use it. So anyway, let's just get away from you, backstab you maybe. I just need to remember where those Iron Maidens are. Maybe... It's just that because I haven't actually... it's not going to be through here, is it? No. Okay, well, there are a lot of Iron Maidens in here, so it's possible that the Ring of Magical Sharpness is in here somewhere. I would doubt it, though. I don't really want to open those. I don't feel comfortable opening those, to be honest with you. Okay, what I'll do is I'll backtrack. You'll have to excuse me for this. I know I've gone into World 3 a lot of times, but it's necessary. The Ring of Magical Sharpness is here, so yeah. Need to see if there's a drop-off here. I don't believe there is. It's sort of a dead end, but I'm able to go into this side area here. Yeah, this is where I want to be. I'll just see if there's a Ring of Magical Sharpness around here. If there isn't, then I'll have to look online to see exactly where it is, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to get it. I mean, this is annoying. I don't know exactly where it is then. Okay, what I'm going to have to do is double check online to see where it is, and you'll have to forgive me for that because I obviously am an idiot and have officially forgotten where it is, which is a bit crazy because the Ring of Magical Sharpness obviously is a very good ring in any game that it might be in. So I'm just going to have a look at the list of items. Okay, items, and then I need to go to rings. There we go. And we'll try to get the location of the Ring of Magical Sharpness. You can't see this right now because I don't really intend on you to see it, or intend for you to see it. In the room with 4 iron mains before you descend stairs. That sounds like a certain place where I just was before. 4 of them. There are only 3 here, I believe, and it's not before I descend stairs. So what that means is that the place where I was before is probably where I needed to get the Ring of Magical Sharpness. So I'll go and open those Iron Maidens that I saw, and we will be good to get the Ring of Magical Sharpness, I hope. But anyway, it's amazing that on such an overcast day, these cicadas still want to come and sabotage my recording. That's, of course, something that I should be expecting, because, you know, an opportunity to sabotage my recording, of course that will happen. I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. So, I believe it's in here. Now, I should be alright. If anything weird comes out, I will be alright. There we go, Ring of Magical Sharpness, right there. First one I chose. I think it's because I do remember it was the one facing away from all of them that had the ring in it. And then this probably has an evil guy in it, yes. It's okay, he can poison me, I will not be having a problem with that. So I'm going to return to the Nexus here. And then, oh, thank you for leaving a like, by the way, person who did that. Because it's very useful for likes to be on these live streams. I think it makes it easier for people to find them in the end. I don't like that at all. That was a little bit dangerous. But anyway, I need to work out where I am now. This is the worst thing about dropping. You sort of lose your bearings. Hello. Yeah, you can pretty much roll through that attack, but oh, if that's killing me, I think it's killing me, isn't it? You know, I said before that, oh, don't worry, I'm just poisoned, whatever, but it was slowly, you know, whittling down my health to the point where I just died from an attack like that, so... complacency kills, long story short. That bothers me because I don't have too many Stones of Ephemeral Eyes anymore, because I've been doing all this world tendency shit, so I'm gonna have to go back, find my soul. Oh, it's just over there, that's alright then. I was worried that it was gonna be quite far away. You are a fucking dickhead. You're about to die, my friend. Get out of my face. Alright, so it's probably a bit overkill to use Homing Soul Arrow there, but I was pissed off, really. But yeah, definitely, if you are enjoying the stream, then do drop a like. I never usually ask for likes, I tend to not care. But I would say for the live streams, it would be good to drop likes. Because you know how the YouTube algorithm is. I think that how it works is that the more likes you have, the easier it is to find, or something like that. But I am not one to try and work out what the hell's going on with the YouTube algorithm, to be honest with you. Anyway, so an interesting thing to mention about the Ring of Magical Sharpness, and I believe this is it here. Yes. So the Ring of Magical Dullness is this one here. As you can see, that increases your defense, but it decreases your magic damage. So basically, if you're running a magic build and you have the Ring of Magical Dullness equipped, you're probably an idiot, because what you want is actually more damage, not less. You could possibly use this to offset the effects of the Monk's Head Collar, because the Monk's Head Collar does decrease your magical defense, so maybe if you're getting enough magical damage from your Monk's Head Collar, you can just equip this thing to give you a little bit more magic defense. But to be honest, having low magic defense does not concern me at all, so I would never bother to do that. So I'm instead going to use the Ring of Magical Sharpness. You can see that this is actually decreasing my defense, so that's what we want. And you've also got the little man here. This guy looks like he's about to attack. This guy, I don't know what he's doing, but this guy's attacking. We want to attack, long story short, not defend. But anyway, so let's get a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes on the go now that we have gotten that ring. I should have gotten that a lot earlier than when I actually got it. Clearly I'm stupid, but anyway, that's alright. This is the first build that I've done in the live stream series, and it's probably the first... I mean, it's the first build that... oh, chat disconnected. Unable to connect to chat. Well, that's a good fucking start. I've got no idea what's going on there. It's probably a YouTube thing. I can only hope that things are working fine. I don't know if you guys can still hear me here or watch this or what, but... I'm trying to reload this stream page and it's having a few problems. I've got no fucking idea what's going on here. So what I'm going to do is try to troubleshoot what's happening here. Sorry for those who are watching after the fact and perhaps aren't having any issues at all with the playback. I can only hope that the playback is fine. Yeah, seems like it's still going perfectly fine. Oh, it is your Wi-Fi. Okay. Well, funnily enough, I was having a fucking problem with my Wi-Fi on my laptop, so I started to have a few problems on my end as well. So, yeah, I'm glad that it's your Wi-Fi and not an actual problem with the stream, because then things start to get a little bit ugly, you know. Because then I have to restart the stream and... Well, first identify the freaking issue and then restart the stream. And the streaming business is a little bit volatile. So, anything that goes wrong, it's happening now, and you have to try and fix it and keep the flow of things going, because that's the last thing you want to lose. And, yeah, that's how streaming is, I suppose. Anyway, we are now heading into World 1-4. We will be taking on... Oh, what do I have equipped right now? I don't have warding equipped, do I? I want it, because I'm going to be fighting King Alan. Well, let's go back to the Nexus, guys. You thought we were going to take on World 1-4, didn't you? Well, you were wrong. I was just tricking you. But yeah, 1-4 is the final area of the game, technically. I mean, look, the final area is whatever you want it to be, because that's just how this game works. You finish the game when you've killed all of the archdemons, so if you really wanted to, you could have World 2 be the final area if you wanted it to be, but no one ever does that. I mean, who would do that? Well, I certainly wouldn't. Anyway, I'm hoping everything's alright, because now it says there's only one person watching. Look, I'm just going to continue on there. There's nothing that indicates to me that there's a problem in OBS. There's nothing that indicates to me that there's a problem in the live stream, other than that person having a connection issue and my internet being stupid. The home internet, because I'm actually using two different internet connections to both view the stream and then stream, so yeah. It's good to be back on the Max Whiskey. Anyway. I fucking love that. I'm going to be so sad when I run out of that. Because it's very difficult to get. The best place to get it is in the Isle of Man, and then alternatively you just go to the UK, but there's nowhere else. So, sad times, man. I'm not going to be able to get it again. I could maybe get it online, but last time I checked, you know, this is where I start to get annoyed with myself. I get distracted and then I forget the entire reason why I went to the frickin' Nexus in the first place. I need to go and equip warding for the boss. It's probably... The only reason why it's going to be necessary is because King Alan does a lot of damage, and this armor set that I'm using here is really not high defense, to be honest. So, as far as what weapon I'm going to use against him, probably the Claymore, because I believe that he has pretty good resistance to magic. Not like amazing to the point where you're not doing anything with magic, but I do think he has some level of magic resistance. So what that means is that we probably need as much physical damage as we can, and the Claymore does still retain a bit of its physical damage. This thing, yeah, you can see the difference. The top value there, 113 and then 158, that's the physical damage. So it's not just a matter of getting more scaling off the physical damage with the Claymore, you also have more physical damage in general, I think. So, yeah, I'm going to be using the Claymore for that. Let's go and take on the final area. Now, I'm considering what to do once I hit New Game Plus, whether to take on World 1-1 in this recording, or what, like I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that. And the reason why I consider doing that is because when I do pick up the game in New Game Plus next time, maybe I won't want to go through World 1-1, but I should do that, because it gives me more to record for the build itself, so maybe I'll just, yeah, I'll do that. instead of actually doing that recording in this video, I wouldn't do that. I'll let myself do it later on. I'll use the Uchigatana for now. And of course, for those who are just watching now and perhaps didn't watch either the previous video or the one before that, so 5 or 6. Is that correct? I don't know if I was killing these Black Phantoms in the 5th live stream, I can't remember. But the point is, for those who are not aware, usually you have 3 Black Phantoms here, and they all engage in different styles of combat. Now, one of them is a fast attacking, penetrating sword guy who likes to stab you, swing at you, do a few things. The other woman is a ranged attack person. She's like a bit of an assassin type character. She fires the white bow at you with white arrows. It hurts when you get hit by the arrows, don't get hit by them. You need to get sort of close range with her, then she'll pull out a dagger, but she's more or less easy to deal with. The one that's not easy to deal with is the one that's still alive. The reason why he is still alive is because killing him is not actually worth the trouble to kill him. So, it is worth the trouble if you... I mean, this is really dumb, but in case you have somehow lost the tower shield that you were able to get in World 1-2 using the Ring of Iron, or the Iron Ring of Keys. Now, the only circumstance in which you would be able to lose that is if you have tried to pick up the tower shield on the ground, and you just were not able to get it in your inventory due to the weight of it, you know, because you do have item burden in this game. So maybe, no matter what you did, you were not able to free up enough space in your inventory to even get it. So, what that means is that once you had left it on the ground, it would disappear after it's been picked up. So, that's the only scenario that I can consider being a worthwhile cause for killing this guy, because this guy is just annoying. If you have, like, Firestorm or something, which I do have, I should have, hold on, that was one thing I was considering doing as well. How many spell slots do I have? Can I even see that? Spell memory, where is it? It's not even here. I probably have to level up to see it. One thing that I was considering doing was using Firestorm during the boss. I don't know if it's necessary. Anyway, whatever. Let's just continue on. I'm no longer really giving a shit. Let's just get whatever we need done. So, yeah. I'm not going to be crossing over into any other builds during the recording. Like, I just don't want to do that. When it comes to a recording, I just want to stick to one build. That might sound a little bit strict, but that's just how I want to do it. You can see this guy is not messing around with his damage. I would be parrying him, but my weapon's already broken. Nice one, Doomlink, you're doing really well. Anyway, so I'm not even going to Ed's Grindstone that, I'm just going to equip the Claymore. But I will first double check its durability. It is perfectly fine for now. Alright. I just have to quickly do something. I will be back in a brief moment. I should be safe here, I don't think I'm going to have problems. The only way in which I would have a problem is if that archer came after me, but I should be alright. I'll be back with you guys in about a minute. And so I return. Okay. So, we will now go back through, just making sure everything's looking alright. Yeah, good. Because, you know, when I'm jumping around in my fucking chair, I just want to make sure that I'm still in frame, all that stuff. It's not too hard for me to stay in frame. What's difficult for me to stay in frame is when I'm recording Skyward Sword with that setup, where I have the webcam on top of the television and you're like seeing my whole body. It's pretty weird because I'm standing in this weird invisible box. I should just get some lines of tape and put them on the carpet and just be like, yeah, okay, this is where I can stand. But that would be a little silly, I think. You can see I'm doing a lot of damage to these enemies, but they're also doing a lot of damage to me, so ideally I want to be hitting them a lot and not letting them hit me a lot, so yeah. You've got some dragons hanging around here, or a dragon. This is the blue dragon, who was whipping his tail around in World 1-1. I'm just playing the cutscene here because I often skip it, so I might just watch it for once. I do not like this dragon. Not because he's difficult for me to deal with, but because he kind of ruins the boss fight by screaming and breathing his fire. So the entirety of the boss is basically this sound of the dragon screaming and the fire that he's breathing. And it's like, it basically takes over the entire final boss fight. It's stupid. So if you want to have a nice relaxing boss fight, like let's say for instance you wanted to showcase the King Alan, or the false king, sorry, he's called King Alan, but is it King Alan the 12th? I think it is. But anyway, he random thing that no one ever mentions. Yeah, he's like the 12th of his name. But the person we fight up there is not actually referred to as King Alan. He's instead referred to as the false king, and then we later fight the real King Alan, who's just... The wiki calls him wannabe Alan. Just call him King Alan. That's what he's referred to in the game. But maybe they're just trying to differentiate between the false king and King Alan. But anyway, point is, if you actually wanted to showcase that confrontation and record it and put it on YouTube or something like that, or you just wanted to make it look nice, definitely kill this blue piece of shit because he's annoying. I'm just going to encourage him, or coax him into an attack here, to kill the fat official over there, because that's a good way to do that, instead of killing him yourself, or at the very least allowing him to live, because allowing him to live is a little bit of a problem, makes it a little harder to get through there. So, coax you into another attack, and then I'll get ready to walk here. Hopefully I haven't done something strange with the timing. I've definitely had it where I have moved so fast across here that I've actually gotten hit by the fire, like an idiot. But anyway, there's another crystal lizard here actually. I guess I kind of forgot about you. Is it another opportunity for me to get this thing to +10? Maybe. What is that? Sharpstone. Oh well. But yeah, I still have this shield at +9, so I need to get that to +10 eventually, and I think it's what is it that I even need? It must be chunks of hardstone that I need, but not that I can check that now. It's all in Stockpile Thomas's storage. Anyway, hopefully Shadowclaw and Unlucky 2 Lucky Me can get here soon, because they are my frequent watchers, and I'd like for them to be able to see the end of this new game build, because I will be moving on to... What is it that I'm moving on to? Oh, Bior is here. Well, I'd better go before he gets killed. I should be safe to go now. Yep. So, there are a lot of items here. Oh, I'm not safe to go. Well, good on me, I guess. Just quickly get out of there. Yeah, that can one-shot you depending on your defense, but come on, like, I don't have the best defense right now, so if it's not one-shotting me, it shouldn't be one-shotting you, because point is, you're going to fight the, you know, what would sensibly be the final boss, but, yeah, you kind of want the defense. So talking to Ostrava here, he literally kills himself right in front of you, so, great. He basically went to talk to his father, realised that his father has been completely consumed by whatever he's been consumed by. I think he's been literally taken over by a demon or something like that. Or he's fallen to the, I don't know, urges of the undead or whatever you want to call it. But basically, once he's killed himself, he will appear as a black phantom down here. Notice how the dragon is still roaring with his fire. Yeah. It's annoying. I think why? I think the reason why. Maybe he won't do it if Bior isn't there. Maybe it's because Bior is there that he does that shit. You can just have this guy knocked off the edge if you want. I would recommend doing that because he drops the rune sword. Is that right? It's either the shield or the sword that he drops. And to be honest, like, neither of them are worthwhile using. So it's not recommended that you even bother with that shit, so I'm gonna backstab you. So yeah, I guess I'll just kill him as normal. But yeah, so you're gonna be having to put up with the boss, with the dragon breathing his fire and all of that. I hope you can forgive me for that, but yeah, that's about the best I can do. The best I can do is have it so that watching the boss fight is actually really unpleasant. But anyway, oh, he drops both, okay. I wasn't too sure. So yeah, the rune sword and shield, I'll show them to you now. They look very nice. That's not something I'm going to deny. They look very cool. If I can get the light on both of them. It cannot be denied that they are some of the nicest looking weapons in the game, but seriously, they are not very good. Their stat scalings are not worthwhile, their innate damage is not very good. But I'll probably do a build with them one day, because once again I do plan to do a build of pretty much everything, so yeah, I'll probably do a build with that one day. It's just that it will have to be a New Game Plus build, because the only time you're really able to... Although, I could instead just try to go through only World 1. Like so, I'll go through 1, 2, clear Archstone 2, and then without going to anything else, go to 1-3, clear 1-3. It's not too hard to do that. It's hard, but I can manage it for a build, if that's really what I want to do. And then go through 1-4, and talk to Ostrava, and then Shard of Archstone out, and then I'll have the weapons to go through the rest of the game. So, I guess I don't actually have to have it be like a New Game Plus build, because there might be some builds, and I would say an example of this most definitely will be the Northern Regalia build, because I was thinking of, remember when I was mentioning that it might have been in the 3rd or 4th live stream video, and you also need to go through this relatively soon, by the way, because, yeah, I'll play this cutscene. But what I was saying in one of those videos is that I'd be able to get Demon Brand rather early on through the Mausoleum key dropped by Ostrava of Boletaria. But the problem with that is that I was right in that From Software is just trolling me by having it so that Demon Brand is actually the one that scales with positive character tendency, and Soul Brand is the one that scales with negative. So, you know, once again, it sounds as if Demon Brand is going to be the one that scales with negative. No, that's not how it works. This guy is using the Northern Regalia right now, actually. That is his sword. Demon Brand and Soul Brand together create the Northern Regalia. Fun fact. I need to cast this. Oh, he's doing that. That's easy. So just keep out of his distance and don't roll towards it. What the fuck? Obviously, because I lost my target with him, it created a problem. But anyway, I'm probably not going to need Homing Soul Arrow, but whatever. Come on. Don't do that. I'm playing like an idiot. It has been a while since I've done this boss, but anyway. I think I can flinch him out of this. Let's just do that. If you're too far away from him, just don't bother, but really. I'll try to actually pay attention to what I'm doing here, if you don't mind. So therefore I'll be talking less. Also the frame drops, it's not so much about the frame drops, it's more like, oh god, that's where I'm going to have a problem actually. So let's heal. That's going to kill me if I don't roll. It didn't kill me, but still, like, that's evil. You can see this guy's a real nightmare. Even if you're using warding, it becomes a problem if you need to recast it, to be honest. So yeah, we'll hit him out of that. Strong attack makes it a little easier. Well, not easier, but if you're going to get like one hit in, you may as well have it be a strong attack, you know. Don't let him hit you with that. That's Soul Sucker. Or it has the same... I believe it has the same effect as the Dark Hand from Dark Souls, because I think the Dark Hand does drain your soul level as well, doesn't it? Well, that drains your soul level either way, so regardless, that is something that's going to happen. So fun fact, I'm going to heal just to top up my health. He fucking flinches you to high hell, this guy. Or high heaven, whatever you want to say. So I can take a direct hit from that heavy attack with warding without too many problems. This is the good thing about warding. Don't you fucking hit me out of that. I was surprised that I wasn't flinched out of that crap. Don't get hit by that, please. You can actually get iframes through that, it's just a bit of a nightmare. I like how I lost a viewer while fighting the final boss, guys. What have I done wrong? No, I don't really care. It's just funny to mention, that's all. It's like, well, what do you want from me? Look, once again, he's just He feels like the final boss, and most people will wait until the end to fight him, and you really should do that because he's quite difficult to fight. He does a lot of damage. It doesn't look that way now because I'm using warding, but seriously, he has a lot of health. So I'm going to probably do the rest of this without warding because I would need to get fresh spice on the go for that, so a bit too lazy, you know. Well, don't get hit by that. There we go. And that is the False King. That is his actual name. And then his Demon Soul is probably... Can't remember what it's called actually, his Demon Soul. False King's Trophy, there you go, confirms that that's his name anyway. I don't know if it's... Is it the False King Demon Soul? Maybe.
No human has an appetite for
Shut up, birds.
The rest is up to the Old One. If it is to be, then you shall be beckoned.
Now, I need to think of what I'm doing because the thing is I'm already done. What ordinarily would have happened was that I would be taking this time to also get colourless Demon Souls, it's just that I can't do that. So I guess I should just play this cutscene anyway, just to show you what's going on. I won't play this another time after this, but for now I'll just let you see what happens. Basically the sword drops from the hand of this woman statue, and then it smashes that open. And now that's a big hole, so if you fall down there, and that's what you want to do, you do want to actually fall, actually no, I think you die if you fall down there. You want to actually talk to this woman, the Maiden in Black, so don't actually fall down there. It's a very long drop and you will die. So, anyway, if we do it in the cutscene it's okay, but if you don't do it in the cutscene you just die, so fun fact. I need to think if there's anything extra that I want to do. I can't actually level up with this stupid woman right now, by the way, it's kind of annoying. But, maybe you can level up with her before the Old One confrontation, but I don't know. I just can't remember. I don't think you can. Anyway, so, look. I said that I didn't want the... Look, I'll have to do this, yeah. So, I said that I didn't want to have different builds bleeding over into the same video, but how I'm going to avoid doing that, because I could easily start my Morion build now, but that would be a mess because I'd have to change the game disc, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be playing the Morion build in the Asian version, more specifically the Chinese Asian version, which will be in English, by the way. It's just going to be a different translation to the Atlas version, but you'll be able to read what's on the screen. But most things are the same, just a few little things are different. But anyway, I'm probably going to do 1.1 of New Game Plus here in this recording, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to first and foremost... Well, what do I actually want to have equipped for New Game Plus? Let's have a look and see. Because pretty much the spells that I have... Actually, I can reassign them once I'm... well, let's take off Warding to start with. Oh god, this is annoying. So let's just put in Firestorm for something nice. Oh, that's what I wanted to do as well. I wanted to get a weapon. There's something for me to do, maybe. But I'll probably want the materials from New Game Plus to do this. I wanted a weapon that I can use Curse Weapon on, because none of the weapons that I have right now actually can have Curse Weapon applied to them, because they already have magic damage innately, and they're like special weapons. So one's Crescent, one's Moon, and one is a weapon that upgrades with colourless Demon Souls. None of those types of weapons can be infused with this. You can only use a regular sort of weapon to do that with. Oftentimes for heavy damage, people will use the Dragon Bone Smasher in conjunction with Cursed Weapon. The reason why is because Cursed Weapon, the way in which it differs from Light Weapon, is that Light Weapon just adds magic damage to your attacking weapon. This actually adds physical damage. So therefore, if you are running a heavy physical damage weapon like the Dragon Bone Smasher, applying Cursed Weapon is actually really, really good. Okay. So, let's do that. That's good. So, Firestorm and Soul Ray. Soul Ray is our ranged magic, and Firestorm is our very close range magic. Well, not very close range, but I think you're going to be dealing the most damage with it like that. So I'm going to go and show you guys what Firestorm actually looks like, because you probably haven't seen it before. You will be familiar with this spell, but that does a lot of damage. Obviously, the bigger the boss, the better. So yeah, it will be something that we will use probably in World 1-1 against the Phalanx. Because, I mean, that's probably just going to kill it in one go, to be honest with you, so. Also, the Insanity Catalyst. Look, I need to make a decision whether I would prefer to get the Insanity Catalyst during the next build, or the Soul Sucker spell. Because using the Yellow Demon Soul, which is from the Archdemon, I can actually, well, the Archdemon. Who's the Archdemon, Doomlink? The Archdemon of World 3 up there. I can use that either for, sorry, Soul Thirst. I was saying Soul Sucker, I meant Soul Thirst. We can use that for Soul Thirst, or we can use it for the Insanity Catalyst. Now, ideally, I will be able to get my intelligence much higher. And look, whether or not we get the Insanity Catalyst or Soul Thirst is going to depend on our MP at the time we're able to get either of those two things. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to just gauge it when the time comes. For now, our MP is very good, but when we have the Insanity Catalyst in effect, it becomes half of what it is right now. Now, one thing I also wanted to check, and I've been meaning to check this for a while, is the viability of the Chris. We're going to take that out. The reason why I want to check the viability of it is because I want to see if it is actually going to affect things while in the offhand. Well, what's the difference? This is the Chris, isn't it? I think so. Or is that the baby's nail? That's probably the fucking baby's nail. Let's actually get the Chris out, shall we? Which one's the Chris? This... That's the Chris. I'm an idiot. I fucking used the baby's nail like a retard. Anyway. So, I don't have it equipped, do I? No. Baby's nail and Chris. Okay, different weapons, Doomlink. Different weapons. Okay, so let's equip the Chris. See if it has an effect. Like, really? So, this is the Chris here. Basically, what it has, and I believe it has an aura. Does it not? I mean, what's different when I have it unequipped? It looks the same. It's just the reason why I'm wanting to see what this does is because this thing actually increases your magic damage. It's just that I don't know if it can work in the offhand, because, for instance, the large sword of searching does work in the offhand, but I don't know if this does. You know, just in case it does work, I'll keep it there and put the catalyst instead of the shield. So, well, not instead of the shield, you know what I mean when I say that. So, yeah, I think we're ready to go into New Game Plus now, and you'll be able to see what is involved with going into New Game Plus. What weapon did we even want to get for Cursed Blade? That's one thing that I wanted to look at. Let's have a look and see what we might want. I was thinking of the Bastard Sword. We'll just see what that's going to be like. I need to get a list of weapons. Just allow me to do that. If I can even get that shit. Where is it? Am I blind? Weapons and shields. Here we go. So I think it's going to be the Bastard Sword, because ideally I would use another Claymore, but I don't want to use two of the same weapons, so what I'm going to do is use the Bastard Sword instead. I'm not going to use the Flamberge, because that's actually a dexterity scaling weapon. It's more of a quality build weapon, to be honest, because you need higher strength to use it, and it scales with dexterity. So the Flamberge is probably not something that I'm going to use. So I'll instead use the Bastard Sword, because I just don't have much dexterity. If you want to have a look, it's, maybe you can't see it. It's above the magic stat, which is 36. It's 16. And it's only that high so that I can use the phosphorescent pole. The Uchikatana only requires 13 dexterity to use, which is funny considering that it's actually a dexterity scaling weapon. So, funny thing, you need as high as 18 strength to use the Uchikatana, but only 13 dexterity, which is bizarre. You know, with stat requirements like that, you would think that it was actually a strength scaling weapon, but nope. The Claymore is also interesting in the way that it only requires 20 strength and 0 dexterity. You can have like as low dexterity as possible and you're able to use that weapon. So basically you're not a very dexterous person if you're using the Claymore, but anyway. It's going to be the same with the Bastard Sword, or at least similar. It's probably the same, but it only requires like an 18 strength requirement. Yep, 18. And Look, the Claymore is just essentially a better version of the Bastard Sword. It's got 10 more damage, but once again, I'm probably going to... Yeah, I'll just use the Bastard Sword, I think, for the... Yep. So I have the Bastard Sword right now. So what I'll probably do before I continue is get the Bastard Sword, level it up as much as I can, and I'll put it in my inventory. Just to sort of acknowledge the fact that it's a weapon that I want to use. Where is the Bastard Sword? This is it here. That's the Flamberge. The Flamberge looks pretty cool. I like it. But it's not something that I want to use for this particular build, so I won't. Oh yes, I'm going to put away the rune stuff as well. I still don't know if the Cris is even having an effect. I need to have a look online to see if the Cris is effective while in the offhand. And you would think that if it were, the wiki would have included that information, but it didn't include that information, so I just don't know. I thought that it would have an aura. Someone told me, like online, it was written somewhere online that the Cris Blade had an aura. But it doesn't seem to. Don't worry, this is actually the Cris Blade. The last one was the baby's nail. That's a piercing weapon. This is not the baby's nail. I was just being stupid. So, okay. What we'll do is just keep it equipped for now. Maybe it makes a difference. I'll actually like have a look. Maybe in whatever area I go into now. I'll go into this place. And I'll actually have a look and see what it can do. And see if it actually changes the damage of my magic. I'll be able to see when I'm casting it to see if the numbers are different, because I believe the numbers are consistent as long as it's the same enemy type, you know. So that's what we'll do. And when I say the numbers are consistent is like if I attack one enemy with the Soul Ray and then I attack the next one, it should do the same damage because my magic isn't changing, their defenses aren't changing because they're the same enemy, and it's not like a range, it's not like a random group of possible numbers, it's a bit better than that. Yeah, I guess I'll do it on these guys in here. So, that's right, it's in this hand now. So let's use this on one, so let's just have a look and see what damage we're doing. Sorry about the background noise. 289, now we'll do that. 318. So, you do need the Cris like this to get its bonus. Okay, so it doesn't work in the offhand basically. Now this should be 318 again. Yes. So, and then if we take the Cris Blade off, 289. So we do need the Cris Blade equipped to actually get its bonus. So, what does that mean for us? Maybe, if we can be bothered, we'll try to keep the Cris Blade equipped at the moment that we're casting the spell. Like, I don't know if that's even worth trying to do, but we'll probably do that. We're going to be keeping the catalyst in our left hand anyway, so that we can make use of Curse Blade later on, so yeah, we'll probably just have it that way. Because the Cris Blade is quite light, we don't have to worry about that being too heavy for our build or anything like that. So we'll upgrade that once, and then, yeah, we'll buy some more hardstone. Like, a lot more. Not a huge amount, but enough. Just to upgrade it a few times. Although, maybe it's not even worth doing that. Maybe I'll just do that in the next... Yeah, let's just do that in the next new game level, new game plus. Because I'm going to be getting a lot of hardstone as I'm going through World 2 anyway, so let's just do it that way. It saves my souls from being spent unnecessarily on hardstone in this level, so... The only reason why I would do it now is because I haven't actually gotten all of those materials. Well, I've gotten all of those materials. I've received them all in World 2 now, but not when I'm in New Game Plus, so I'll do that at that time. But it's worth mentioning that I won't be continuing with this build for a while. It's only for the longevity of this recording that I'm going to go through World 1.1 of New Game Plus in this video, so... That's what I'm going to do. I'll mention that tomorrow, for anyone watching right now or watching in the future, but not before tomorrow, or not after tomorrow, sorry, I'm probably going to do a live stream of the original Wind Waker game tomorrow, just for fun. I just want to sit down and enjoy the game And there is a reason why I'm going to be doing that, and I'll be explaining that when I'm actually doing the live stream. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that tomorrow, unless something weird happens and I can't. Because, you know, that's the idea. Things can change. Maybe the weather's going to be even worse tomorrow. I don't know. So that would obviously impact the live stream. But anyway, this place here should be familiar to you, Dark Souls players. This is Ash Lake. So, yeah, see how the sand meets the water like that? Yeah, Ash Lake, welcome. And this is the final area of the game, pretty much. It's much more of a wasteland here compared to Ash Lake. Maybe it's not Ash Lake, I don't know, but I just think this white sand meeting water like this, I mean, come on. And look at the tree, look at the old one. You can see how that is comparable to the big old trees in the... well, once you go through the Great Hollow and you get to Ash Lake, definitely there is a similarity there. So she doesn't want to level up with our souls, well, let us level up with our souls, I should say. So, fuck her. We'll just continue on and finish this new game build. Now, what we actually want to do is get the Beast Demon Soul. Because, or is it? Yeah, it's called the Beast Demon Soul. It gives you the most souls of all. It's actually quite good. I need to remember whether we need to kill the Maiden in Black to get the Beast Demon Soul or what. I think we might need to do that. Let me just double check that now. Because at the end, you have an option of either killing the Maiden in Black or leaving. I need to have a look and see how to get this one. Destroy, then kill the Maiden in Black to get the Beast Demon Soul. Yes, that's what I thought. So that's what we want to do, because the Beast Demon Soul gives us a lot more souls when we consume it, and that's pretty much what we want to do with the soul that we receive here, whether it be the Maiden in Black Demon Soul or the Beast Demon Soul. We want to actually consume it for usable souls. And I believe the Maiden in Black Demon Soul is something like 70,000 souls, whereas the Beast Demon Soul has a consumption of 200,000 souls. So there's a big difference. You should be getting the Beast Demon Soul, basically. It's just a lot better, so highly recommended. This guy does a little bit of damage when he flails himself around. He is called King Alan, that's his name. I don't know why his name is so long here. It's actually in hiragana, so that's interesting. Obviously that has some sort of Japanese meaning to it, that it's in hiragana of all things, but anyway. I'll kill you, if I can. Bye-bye, lady. And we got souls from killing that guy as well. We'll take this just in case. I think I missed it anyway. Whatever. So let's go skip that. Sorry guys, I'm skipping through everything, but I'm an asshole. Basically what happens is the old one is lulled back to slumber, leaves, all that business. I love this ending theme, by the way, it's very nice. I've heard it so many times, but... it's very nice. But we can skip that. We're given the Red Eye Stone, and the Beast Demon Soul for that. The Red Eye Stone, as you guys should be aware, allows you to put down a red summon sign so that you are summoned into a world as a Black Phantom. And that is like a planned thing, not like you're actually invading. You're summoned in there. Different thing. Anyway, so we don't have access to the Maiden in Black's ability to level up right now. She's not even here, I don't think. She'll appear later. We are now in New Game Plus, everyone. So, ordinarily I would have gone and killed a few people to get Colorless Demon Souls from Mephistopheles, but I'll have to give that another try at a later date, so... yeah, sad times. At the moment, we are just going to deal with, or continue with this magic that we have here. We can assign it, like, right now, I think. Reassign it. But I don't want to do that. Let's just, I think, continue on now. So, let's go into 1-1. And then once I complete 1-1 in New Game Plus, I will probably end the live stream. It'll be a pretty short stream. It's not that I wanted it to be a short one. And you can see how short it would be if I actually stopped before continuing into 1-1 here in New Game Plus. But anyway, one thing I need to check is to see if the world tendency carries over into New Game Plus. It probably does, but it also might reset. I actually can't remember. I'm being an idiot who can't remember things. Let's have a look. It is carrying over, yes. So what is the current yeah, it's not pure white in Boletarian Palace, but maybe it will be once we kill the phalanx this time. So I'm not really going to fight these guys. I'll fight the enemies further up. I don't know if they'll follow me or what, but anyway. I'll use the Uchigatana. Oh, that's right. I should have repaired the Uchigatana. I'll be stuck using the Claymore. I wanted to use the Uchigatana, but yeah, once again, it is broken. And I don't really want to waste the Ed's Grindstone. It's not necessary. If I really need it, then I'll use it, obviously. It's not that valuable of a thing. But I don't want to use it in this scenario. I can just go ahead and continue to use the Claymore. That's fine. So yeah, these enemies are still getting killed relatively easily. But that is to be expected. It is World 1. And see, he managed to shield that with his shitty little slave shield, so yeah, can't remember what this is. Keeping in mind that all of these drops that are currently on the ground are no different to New Game. They are the same. So yeah, that's just worth mentioning, I think. We will be consuming the Beast Demon Soul later on. There's no reason for us to consume it now. It's just for when we want to level up, because if for some absolutely incomprehensibly bizarre reason we die and lose our soul in this area, not just die but also die a second time before we can reclaim the soul, then yeah, consuming the Beast Demon Soul would be a sad thing. But we should have in excess of 300,000 souls by the time we consume that, so should be good. You can see I'm taking a decent amount of damage. Ordinarily that wouldn't do much at all, but it is New Game Plus, so I'm actually taking a decent hit from that. Anyway. 1-1, of course, isn't going to be hugely difficult as you come through, but yeah. The best thing is that you, of course, get more souls from these enemies, so it will accumulate over time. You can get another bastard sword here if you want. I don't, so I'm just going to ignore that. Just keep the one in my inventory. I'll see what's here again. I don't remember what's here. It might be grass. Yes, it is. Half moon grass. Still using my full moon grass here. We'll see how much new moon I actually have. 22. Yeah. It's going to be useful coming into New Game Plus though, because seriously, it's you've got a few enemies doing a lot of damage here. So what I'm actually going to do is attack the Red Eye Knight further down here, because he's going to be doing a shitload of damage to me, but I'll be doing a shitload of damage to him because I'm actually. The interesting thing about New Game Plus is the fact that the enemies and the way that they scale is not so much in regards to defense, it's more in regards to their actual damage. So yeah, worth mentioning. No, don't do that. Do that. That's going to hit him for a lot. It doesn't actually pierce through his shield or anything like that, but we'll just shield that, and then there you go. He's dead. Easy. But the reason why we're doing that is because it's a chance for a few souls, so may as well do that. But he would be very close to one-shotting me, so this is what I'm saying. It mainly scales in regards to the damage. For the third viewer who just joined, we are currently in New Game Plus. But the damage that they deal is immense, but their defense is not necessarily that much higher. The defense will of course ramp up as time goes on, but it's, and when I say time goes on, I mean as you go through the New Game Plus levels, but it's mainly the damage that they deal that is going to be changing, so yeah, that increases at a much greater rate is what I'm telling you. We're going to go a different way to where we went before, although we should, no, I'm not even going to talk to Ostrava. I don't care about him, to be honest. Don't you blow that up. I was just worried about him blowing that up because I went too fast through there. Because if he did hit that and the barrels exploded, it would have been a sad time, most likely. So this is just an alternative way that you can go coming through here. You saw that that guy did not die from one hit with this weapon, so yeah. They clearly have a lot better defense now. The first instance where you can actually buy from this male undead merchant is right here, so you can do that if you want. There's no real reason for you to do it though. I just don't think there's anything worthwhile that he sells, or at the very least you don't have that many souls at this point in the game, so yeah. If we continue on through there, you will see that we can do stuff there. If we go back here, we will have access to, you know what we'll do, we'll go this way first. It's a bit more fun to go backwards, so I'll just do that. As you can see, the enemies that aren't so much of a joke, like the Dreglings are a bit of a joke, like they're a joke enemy, but these guys with the battle axes and stuff, they're a bit more sturdy. They're doing more damage to us, basically. We'll head down here. Ha! Managed to hit you from behind. That was pretty good. I'm down with that. The reason why I'm going back is because I've got some hardstone and sharpstone to pick up over this way, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and grab that. May as well kill you. Not that I need the crisp blade equipped for this, but may as well. I'm just going to try and get in the habit of doing that. Just getting the crisp blade happening at that moment in time. But yeah, just returning back through here so that I can get... yeah, so the only reason why I would go to that other place is if I wanted the Thief's Ring and to rescue Ostrava. But I just don't need Ostrava in this playthrough. I'm just not going to need him at all, so... yeah, let's not even bother with that. Hit you. There's a soul here that I'm probably not going to use at all. I mean, I might use it just to get rid of it, but it's not going to give me much stuff at all. Kill you. This is the benefit with a weapon like this. It hits a lot of enemies at the same time. Not so much with the Uchigatana, I think you'll find. That's why I like weapons that attack out like that. It's a lot more useful. But the Uchigatana is nice in its own way. So I will continue to use that, obviously, but yeah. Anyway. I will, of course, be moving through 1-1 a little bit faster than perhaps in new games, so... what the hell? This thing is floating in midair. It is a magical bag full of magical things. Anyway. Just a fun thing to mention. Open OBS up again because that's probably worthwhile doing. Just so that I can monitor things. Because of course I need to close out of OBS. Well, not close out of it, but move into Chrome to actually look through the wiki. Funnily enough, the wiki information that I need to consult is not in OBS. It is instead elsewhere. So yeah, OBS is not up when I'm looking through that stuff. Anyway. So... yeah. Look, I'm trying to... this is just a side issue, not necessarily related to anything I've been talking about so far, but I'm trying to stream as early as possible, because what seems to bother me is, like, when I wake up at 10, start streaming at, like, 10:40, because it does take a little bit of preparation before I'm, like, ready to go. Maybe not 10:40, but let's say 10:30. By the time I'm done streaming, you know, it'll be, like, 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and I feel like my day's gone after that, you know, because it feels like I've only just woken up and done one thing, which is live stream, and I look at the time and I'm like, wow, you know, it's already mid-afternoon. So ideally I just want to, like, be waking up earlier and doing this, so yeah. Probably the time that I spend streaming is going to be influenced by what time I wake up, because I just don't want to spend, like, so much of my day... well, I don't want to get to a point where it's like 2 in the afternoon, and I haven't really done that much today, so... that's what it feels like when I've streamed, but anyway. You can notice that I haven't actually picked up the Ring of Great Strength in this build. I just don't need it, so I'm not going to use it. Or even pick it up, really. The dragon is probably coming momentarily. Where are you, dragon man? Here he is. We've already killed most of the people that he would kill for us anyway. This guy might actually be safe by the time he gets... oh no, he changed his... the fucking dragon changed his mind too! Now, I could be going insane, but it's almost as if the dragon, when he changed his mind, fucking teleported out of here. Because I didn't see him fly away, and if he did fly away, which he probably did, he flew away very frickin' fast. It's a bit astounding actually, but anyway... ooh. Don't want to run out of stamina here. You can see that I'm... oh my dick. Heal, please. Oh, now you come back, you little bastard. Come on, do your thing. Doesn't matter. Now, I don't know if that guy looked like he teleported to you, but he looked like he teleported from my perspective, so... I'm not going to pick up any of these items, obviously. They're not very useful items at all, so... it's just like Crescent Moon grass. At best. So, let's just avoid that stuff. So pulling this will allow us to access the boss for those who are not aware. Pulling it will of course be useful to us. For those who actually can't see our current soul counter, worth showing it off, it's just above me here. It is 136,888 at this moment. Come on. It's not like I don't actually need to shield his crap, it's just... Anyway. There's some turpentine up here if you want it. I don't want it, but I'm going to pick it up anyway just to demonstrate that it exists. I probably showed that in the first live stream anyway. But, yeah, we're almost at the end here, and then we're just going to firestorm the boss to death, and I think he will be dying very quickly, as you will soon discover. But yeah, that's what's going to be happening. Just mash you. Well, I say mash, I only attacked once, but the point is that it's kind of the same idea as mashing an enemy to death. You just sort of attack and then don't worry about anything else. Don't even evade, don't even, just nothing, just attack and then win, essentially. Let's get a soul. And we're not going to cut down the chains that hold the jade hair ornament and the set that we're using right now, actually. Because we don't need another round of those. There's just no need for it. We don't need another Ring of Herculean Strength, so... Yeah, we're just not going to bother with that. Let's kill you. You going to give us anything? No. That's alright. Some more grass. And now we have returned to the start of the area. Alright. And now to head into the boss room. And kill a bunch of guys. Blobby looking things. I forgot their names. I actually saw recently on the wiki what their names were, and I didn't even know what their names were, but anyway. Oh, do I not have enough magic? Surely not. I must have enough. Because it was having a problem casting it there. That's kind of crazy. That's a very high magic requirement. I haven't even needed to use Old Spice or anything like that. Mainly because I haven't been using magic that much, I think. Bye. Welcome to Firestorm. It's a very powerful magic, but of course very useful during this boss fight. You know, no problem at all. This is one of the better bosses to use it on, really. There are other bosses that it is useful on. I think it's good with the Armor Spider. Who else? Adjudicator? No, not really Adjudicator. You know, it's just a useful spell to have for some bosses, but anyway. There's the lead Demon Soul. I don't think we're using that for anything, but I'm not going to bloody consume it. There's no use in me consuming it. It just doesn't give me any souls, really. But, anyway. As far as consuming souls, we're about to do that. About to get a lot. And I need to go talk to the Monumental so that I can level up. Same thing in New Game Plus. You will need to do that again. Now, what I want to do is maybe get the colorless demon souls that I want to get as soon as possible. And maybe when I kill the Fool's Idol of World 3-1, I'll be able to get to one step off Pure Black. I don't know if that's going to work, but we'll see. I don't necessarily want to go through New Game Plus World 3-1 at Pure Black World Tendency, but we're going to do it. Just not in this video. We're going to do it at another time. Or at another date. Hopefully I can remember what I'm actually doing. What I'm actually going to do is, before I finish this live stream, and I'll try to remember that I've done this at all, but it's... what I'm going to do is actually list, like, verbally, what I need to do now. Because by the time I return to this build later on, I'm probably going to forget what I even wanted to do with the build. So, yeah, I'm probably going to go ahead and... before I finish, and there are still a few things that I want to do before I finish, like consume souls, but yeah, we're going to do that now. Where is the... hold on. Hold the phone. Which one is the Beast Demon Soul? Did I put it in Stockpile Thomas's thing? Why would it do that? Did I actually put it away? Did I do that without even thinking, is the question. Maybe I did. I don't believe that I did. Withdraw souls. Where's the Beast Demons? There it is. What the fuck? Okay, so that was just this bizarre moment where I only had this many souls displayed, and it looked like that's all I had. I nearly shat. Anyway, so we have the False King Demon Soul and also the Beast Demon Soul. Now, I'm going to double check to see the usage of the False King Demon Soul. It's probably worth seeing. Let's just have a look. I can't remember what it does actually. False King Demon Soul. It's only used for the Northern Regalia. Holy dick. We're going to get a lot of souls here. So we're going to consume both of these. This is 200,000, I believe. Yes. And then False King Demon Soul, because we're not going to use the Northern Regalia. 260,000 souls. Suck my dick. Okay. So, and then this is the lead Demon Soul. I mean, what's its usage again? It's used for the Scraping Spear. Let's just use it for the sake of it, just so we have less souls confusing us here. Because if I put it in the in Stockpile Thomas's storage, then it's probably going to confuse me among other souls. So, in the Japanese version, that is, because I can't read Japanese. That's the point. Anyway. So we'll use these, and yeah, point is we're going to be leveling up a lot. And I'm going to try and put a lot of points into just magic and MP at this point. So, and by MP I mean intelligence. I should actually try to explain that properly. Right now we'll probably move to Half Moon and Late Moon. I'll equip both of them because I just want to leave my Half Moon for maybe a bit later on. But possibly I'll be taking so much damage that I'll switch to Full Moon again later on. But anyway, I've been streaming for a bit over an hour, so this is going to be a shorter live stream. I hope you can forgive me for that. But anyway, we're not done yet. We will be done soon, though. Time to level up. Let's see what we can do. Come on, lady. Just talk to me. Talk to me, baby. Okay. So, let's bring OBS back up. Alrighty. So, Vitality will probably take to 25. Endurance we might also take to 25. But I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to take you to 40. That's step 1. Step 2 is to take you to 30. So we're going to just put the rest of these in here maybe. Oh, we still have a little bit more. I'm going to put the rest in... ooh. Maybe... let's just do the rest in Vitality for now. We're going to take this to 25 and that to 25. So that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. So we've got 40 magic, 30 intelligence. Looking nice. I'm happy with that. So what's our current MP? MP is looking pretty good. I think we're going to go with the Insanity Catalyst. So yeah, that's going to be nice. Okay. So I'm just going to, before we finish here, mention to future Doomlink. Try to remember this future Doomlink as I'm watching this back. This is what we're going to be doing when we return. So first and foremost, you need to get the Colorless Demon Souls to get the Phosphorescent Pole to +5. Best way to do that, at least what I'm thinking right now, is to maybe first get the first boss of World 3 killed, so then maybe you can take it one step off Pure Black and have another try at the Primeval Demon to kill him. As well as that, maybe just keep going through 3, even beyond that. Kill Yurt, and then maybe even finish World 3. Get the Insanity Catalyst and all that business. Just work out how you want to do that. As well as that, get materials to upgrade the Bastard Sword to make it your curse weapon thing. As well as that, well, what's my current spell memory? Let's have a look at that. Spell memory, try to get that up as much as possible so that you can equip more. Okay, I haven't gotten spell memory up more than I have right now, so that's alright. But yeah, those are mostly the things that you want to be doing in the future Doomlink, as you're watching this now. Crisp Blade, work out what the hell you're doing with that, because maybe upgrading that will give it a better magic scaling, I don't know. Or magic boost, I should say. So, I don't know. But that's pretty much all you need to know, future Doomlink, I think. Is that right? I think so. Anyway, that's it for this live stream, guys. Tomorrow I'll probably be doing The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker for GameCube and just having a nice, relaxing stream. Probably a longer stream, 4 hours, 5 hours. We'll see how I feel at the time. But yeah, that's just going to be something a little bit different to do tomorrow, just to have a little bit of fun. And after that, we will be returning to Demon Souls, because I'm going to be recording a lot of this, obviously, and we will be doing a Morion Blade build, which is essentially going to be a build where we use the red Tearstone ring, which is actually going to be the Clever Rats ring, in conjunction with the Morion Blade. And then we'll also have the second chance miracle, so that if we do get hit for whatever reason, and I'm going to try not to get hit so that we're not constantly using second chance, which is a miracle that has it so that if you hit 0 HP, you get full health again. It's insane. But of course I'm going to use that with this build. It's just going to be quality of life. But probably some people would think that's a bit cheap or cheesy, but I don't give a shit. It exists, so I'm going to use it. It's just a nice thing. May as well. It's quality of life, as I said. But yeah, Morion Blade, that's going to be pretty much heavy damage out the arse build. And how we're going to do that is by very early on taking on the World 4 Archstone. Because we need to get the Storm King's soul to actually get the Morion Blade in the first place. And then we'll also go through 3-1 to get the Clever Rat's Ring and all of that. So that's pretty much what's going to be happening in the Morion Blade build, which I will be taking on or getting started in Demon Souls livestream number 8, which will have then written Morion Blade build and then Asian English version. So without further ado, I will end things here. Apologies for the shorter stream. I would have had it be longer if I could, but I couldn't, so I didn't. And I will see you guys when I'm doing the Morion Blade build in the next video, keeping in mind that tomorrow I'll be doing some Wind Waker GameCube version most likely. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching.